frugal mind is kind of like the best way to go. We're going to talk.
But it's interesting. My wife was raised in the generation where before a man got married, he had to have enough money to give the family 8 cows. And also he had to have enough money to have a house for the wife to move into.
Yeah.
All great things have small beginnings. All great things have small beginnings. That's a quote from Peter Senge, and I can think of 2 applications for it. Number 1, real estate investment, and number 2, the entrepreneurial spirit. Regarding investing, a lot of investors agree that real estate investment is a terrific investment opportunity. Why do they say that? Well, number 1, it can yield passive income. Number 2, it can appreciate in value. Number 3, it's a great hedge against inflation. And number 4, it's a terrific write-off for taxes. But a disadvantage with real estate investment is it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's typically better to use cash for your investment real estate as opposed to debt. So as a result, a lot of real estate investors start out small and they build upon what they have through hard work and taking on risk. All great things have small beginnings. The same thing is true with entrepreneurs. A lot of entrepreneurs start out small and they build upon what they have through a lot of hard work and taking on risk. My wife is a terrific example of that. She basically started out her social media or her YouTube channel with nothing. And she built upon what she had through a lot of hard work and taking on risks.
A lot of hard work.
All great things have small beginnings. Now, a lot of people don't have the entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't willing to start out small and build upon what they have through a lot of hard work and taking on risks. So it always amazed me what's so special about my wife. What's been her inspiration? Well, after being here in Botswana for a few weeks, it became painfully obvious that who her inspiration was, her mother. Her mother certainly has been her inspiration, and she has a powerful testimony, doesn't she, Nail?
She does.
Well, let's hear about it.
I wish she was here to share, but she's like, nope, I'm not coming on camera. She's a shy woman, but I can share her story. So you ready for it?
Yeah.
So my mom, guys, she started from zero, like literally from zero. And she used to work in the 80s. She was working in the Chinese store. You know the story, right? If I forget anything, just add in, okay?
Chinese restaurant, right?
The Chinese restaurant, yeah.
She was a waitress?
7 people a lot of times. She was standing for a long time, and today she has problem with her knees. You know that she can barely walk well because she was like in a waitress, and she was only paid 70 pula, 60 pula actually when it started. And how much is that? Like less than $5.
70 pula for a day?
For a month.
A month.
For a month. Because
so
usually
that's
here
$7 or $8 a month.
Yeah. Usually here you work and you get paid end of month. It's not like in America where you can pay, is it called day-to-day job? No.
Yeah, well, a lot of table servers, get paid daily, but most people get paid weekly or bi-weekly.
I wish it was possible to have weekly. No, here you have to wait for the month. You get paid once a month. So she's paid $6 a month. And she was saving as little as she had. And at that time, she had 2 kids. It was me and my brother. And then she was saving like crazy. And then she ended up getting a first place where she built 1 room, actually. That's how it started. Like 1 room. Here in Africa, in Botswana especially also, is that you can stay in 1 bedroom with no problem as long as you can use the toilet outside. So she built 1 room. She was renting. Can you believe it?
Wow.
And then she built her own room and she rented it.
Okay.
And then she made another one and she rented it. And this place, it kept on going and going and going. And then she built 3. Right now, in the same place, she has over 11 houses, like where people can rent.
Wow.
But she said that. Let me tell you about your lifestyle here. How much does an average person earn here? Okay. An average person here, like just an average person, earn 1,200 pula.
Per month?
Per month.
So that's like $110?
$110.
Okay.
So she, in that place, she'll make over 2 times or 3 times more now. So right now, for us to survive, we'll need how much? In Botswana?
Probably $1,500 a month, $1,000 a month.
Yeah, no, not 1,000 pula a month.
Okay.
To survive, it needs 1,000 pula a month. And that's if we're eating healthy food. Here, stuff like KFC is more expensive, like real food.
Yeah.
So to survive here in Botswana, for example, you need 1,000 pula, which is like you need $250 to survive with food. You have to buy real food. Here, veggies, real food is cheaper than fast food. It's not like we're in America where the fast food is cheaper than real food. Here, no, real food is cheaper than fast food. So for you to go to KFC or a store like that, you will have to be a rich person. So she managed to build that. Is it called real estate? Today, that home alone, it could cost over anything. To just sell it with everything, it could cost, because it has like 11 houses in it to rent.
600,000.
Yeah.
You think it's 700,000?
Yeah, it could cost.
Because she also owns that farm.
Yeah, she also owns a farm.
And your brother was telling me when she bought it, I think she bought it for like $200 US dollars, but now it's worth several $1,000s.
Yes,
because they're growing corn on it, right?
Yeah. Not only that, the value is appreciating. Like, that's the thing, that if you ever own a land, do not sell it. That's the advice that my mom and the family has given us, that if you ever have a home, do not even think of selling it, even if you're so broke, because eventually it's gonna appreciate in value. Like right now, like the home that we live in right now is very expensive, but back in the day, at her time, it was not that expensive. So she was able to build that wealth. And not only that, she also has a home in the city. No, so that one is like to buy it because it has houses already in it. She rents, in case I did not mention. Did I mention that? She rents her homes. Not only the one that lives, is this one. That one you could easily sell it over $100,000 because it has homes in it, and all you can sell it for over $100,000. So how much do you think she was able to build the wealth with that?
So basically, she went from $6 or $7 a month to her investment portfolio. Real estate portfolio is over $500,000, right?
Yeah,
probably 600,000, 700,000.
Yeah.
So that includes the 11 houses.
Yeah.
And then you got the farm.
Yeah.
Does she own anything at the lands or the cattle posts?
No, it's with my grandma's.
Okay.
So that's the thing. So as far as the entrepreneurial mind, we hope that these stories are gonna inspire you. My mom is not comfortable on camera. I wish she was, so that she can come and just tell you like how it's done. But one thing that she has taught me is that you should always focus on the main things. For us, it's eating food, real food. KFC, what else? The fast food is luxury here. It's you cannot go every month. You cannot even go every week. You can sometimes go in 3 months as a reward for yourself. For example, let's say you have been saving money every single month. And let's say you wanted to target to save, let's say, $10,000, and then you reach that, then you'll go to KFC to get that. But at home, you buy your own produce. We have our own food that we'll build. For example, we have our own cattle. We have our own car. We have our own goats. We have our own chickens. If we need to kill something from the home, we'll eat that. So that has always been her mantra. Is it mantra? So yeah, and it has paid off a lot. So you want to add something, honey?
I just think it's amazing that she built her first room and she turned around and rented that out, right?
Yeah.
And then she built another property and turn around and rent that out. So immediately she was reaping in her rewards.
Yes.
She was, I guess that's called passive income.
Yeah.
Now, as far as frugality is one thing I've noticed, you guys had like a bunch of eggs in the refrigerator, and you guys told me to cook lunch. So I made eggs. I made scrambled eggs. Yeah. And for like 9 people or so, I used 28 eggs. I could tell she was not happy. I used 28 eggs.
Usually, let me tell you, usually us, if it was the whole of us, we would have made 9 or 10 because we eat slow. If you've been watching my videos, you'll see that I'm starting to lose the weight. We don't eat anything like that. I mean, we just like eat small bites. That's how we eat, and we have to do it that way, and it works. And actually, my husband and I, spoiler alert, we are actually looking into having real estate. So we're going to talk about more in this channel because I feel like it's the best thing to do, especially in this world here. And here in Botswana, to buy homes, for example, an empty lot, you could, in my village, which is closer to the capital city, you could easily get it for 70,000 pula, which is $7,000, the empty one. And then in the city, you can easily get it for $25,000. I mean, to Americans, that's nothing. So that's kind of what we want to bring our American mindset here and start to invest, because it's very, very important, especially in the world to come. So we think that is going to be a good thing to come into. And even farming, you can do that. So definitely, even if you earn $2, you can still make it into something. We don't earn a lot, but we can be able to have that mind. I think frugal mind is kind of like the best way to go. We're going to talk about that in one of the videos in the future.
Yeah, when you look at a lot of your most successful people, they're pretty cheap people. They're pretty frugal oriented. I think a lot of your wealthy people start out being very frugal, and a lot of times they continue to be very frugal as well. But your mom is truly a wonderful testimony of that. She was basically a single mom raising 2 kids, working that job, and then she just slowly invested. And now her portfolio, you said, is 11 houses and a farm, right? Yeah,
11 houses in the other place, plus this one, and then plus she has almost a lot, and she has cows. So if we were to take everything up, it would even cost like $1 million if we were to put everything in together. Yeah. So she definitely built something that was really worth it, and I got that from her. I feel like thinking that way. And also me, like I'm a simple person, am I not?
Yeah.
Have I ever asked for Gucci?
No. Not yet, anyways.
Not yet. Yeah, no, I'm not. I'll not ask that. It's not something that I'll do. So yeah.
But it's interesting. My wife was raised in the generation where before a man got married, he had to have enough money to give the family 8 cows. And also he had to have enough money to have a house for the wife to move into. Yeah. Now, apparently those values are kind of gone away with the newer generation, but that's what you were raised up on.
Yeah, and that's how we are raising our kids. That's why we want to have wealth for them, because we believe that the kids should be able to have a startup capital, start up something to do something. And I believe the parents should be the one responsible to do that. That's what we believe. We believe in leaving, what is it called, the English word? Inheritance and legacy for the kids. And we are Bible-believing Christians, and we have that mindset from Abraham. Abraham was something, tell them the story of Abraham.
Well, yeah, Abraham, when he was looking for a wife for his son Isaac, he sent his servant with 11 camels full of goods to help find a wife for him. And so Abraham was a man of great wealth, and he left everything to his son Abraham. And also he had other kids. He left gifts with them, but the inheritance went to Isaac.
And even when he died, Isaac had everything. So Isaac never really struggled, which is one of the problems with the parents of today. Sadly, is because the economy is set that way to make us crawl to them and ask them for more. But usually the ideal situation should that the parents should leave that for their kids. But nowadays, guess what? Your child to start school, if they have to start school, they have to sweat and be in student debt and take a loan. And not only that, your kids have to suffer to get married and stuff. And we believe, Lord willing, of course, that we'll be able to provide for our kids.
But a nice thing about having real estate or having cows is you actually have an asset that can help you weather through a lot of their turmoils in economics and things like that. Yeah.
Right. And the houses, like very big assets.
So that's where you got your entrepreneurial spirit.
Yeah.
That's where you got the spirit of to start out small, build upon what you have through hard work and taking on risk.
Yeah. Taking on risk is like I'm excited for this channel, guys. We're excited for us to share a lot of the stories and a lot of our portfolio, because we are building up. We're going to be sharing with you guys how this channel is doing, because this channel is also part of our business. Let's face it, it's part of our business, and we're going to be sharing with you guys how much it is making, in hope that one of you guys will start a YouTube channel, because in America it's really difficult to go and start a homestead. It's not like here in Africa where you can just say, okay, I'm buying a farm and I'm starting to buy cows. cattle in America, but you can start small. You can start with a YouTube channel and share your place of expertise and build a business, and eventually it will build up where you can live your dream life, which we are living right now.
Or a lot of real estate investors, I mean, we talked about this on another video, they buy a small home, they live in that home for a few years, and then when they outgrow that home, they rent that, they keep that home and they rent it out and then buy another home.
Anyways, guys, we hope that this video was inspirational to you to start something. Start from small and let go up. And I'm excited for our next videos, guys, because we're going to be sharing in hope that someone is going to be inspired by our story and start their own business. We hope this video was helpful to you, and subscribe if you're new.
What else? See you next time, Lord willing.
Lord willing.
Okay.